Going on, my name is PSP, and today we're going to be talking about why Sony PlayStation Portable is my favourite handheld system. A lot of people are saying, oh well, I already knew you were biased. Well, yes, I do prefer the Sony PlayStation Portable to the DS and the 8-in-1 Super Game and the Red 5 Retro Mini, but that's because the Red 5 Retro Mini and 8-in-1 Super Game are terrible little consoles. But with this bad boy, you could get a camera attachment, which would fit in this top slot. It has games on it, and it had a plethora of games. It had stuff like Little Big Planet, Twisted Metal, Head On. You had, I believe there was Resistance games ported over here. I know you had GTA games on there, you had 3 GTAs, so there was a lot. Not to mention, unlike others, it does have a memory card, which, if I can get it out in this video. And I'm not going to get it out, am I? Yeah, as you can see, it's a memory stick duo. Just what they used for these. And obviously, there was tons of movies put on these things, tons of film, tons of films, tons of games. Right now in here I have Tekken Dark Resurrection because I don't have a case for it, so I'll just keep it in here. But if you see my video about my PSP game collection, you know I have loads of games for this thing. I actually have more games for the DS than I do this thing, even though I prefer this more than DS, but I've had the DS a lot longer. Now why do I prefer this? Well, you can get music tracks in there, you can get games and films. The games are a lot more high quality in my opinion. From the games that I've got and I've played, the games just seem a lot more high quality. Because on DS it seemed like anyone was putting anything to the DS. Whilst with the PlayStation Portable it was like, no, this is more quality games. Which, I know it might sound like I'm dissing Nintendo, but I'm really not. The DS was just full of shovelware titles, which no one actually wanted to play. And on the PSP you had stuff like Tekken, you had GTA, you had God of War, you had Little Big Planet. So a lot of big names. It also had a Call of Duty game. I know there was a lot more Call of Duty games released for the Switch, no not Switch, for the DS. There was like 6 CODs on the Switch, on the DS, and 1 on the PSP, but to be fair, they had to rebuild the games from the ground up for the for everyone's beloved DS, and even though it sold a lot less than DS, I still think Sony should have tried again after the Vita to make another portable. This time, continue what they did originally with the PSP, where you could just use the UMD, where they used the UMD format and just improved on it. And it was like, yeah, okay. No, we're phasing out with the Vita, so that's why I think the Vita didn't sell. And this is why I actually like them, because they look like little discs, and I just kind of enjoy popping the discs in and being able to play a game which I know is going to be a lot more high quality than anything I could get on the DS, because a lot of DS games use motion controls and that. With the PSP, it was just basic stuff. It was just basic buttons, basic joystick movement. Because you couldn't do that on the DS, because the DS didn't have a joystick. But, this is why I really like the PSP. It's because I think it's a really good system. It's got a lot of high quality games. And it's relatively cheap to buy now. I think you can get it for like 50 quid. I only paid 30 for mine from a cash converters store, which someone obviously traded theirs in for cheap. And I paid 30 quid for it and I got it. That's where this one came from. But I don't really know why the PSP didn't sell as well as the DS. It had a lot better titles in my opinion. It's a lot more comfortable to hold in your hands. And also you only have to focus on looking on one screen with this thing, which is very helpful. And at the time it was like a portable media player. You could get films on there, games, and music, which is something that the DS couldn't do. Like when the Game Boy tried to do films, and TV shows. They had Game Boy Advance Video, but the DS never got anything like that for some reason. I don't know why. But pretty much I just don't understand. They never bothered doing that with the DS, but I think the only reason the films actually worked on the PSP was because of one thing. Was because the PSP was made by the same was Sony, and Sony also owns a film studio. But yeah, this is why I think the PSP is better than the DS. Like, this is why it's my favourite handheld I've gotten so far. And I hope you enjoyed this video and like, subscribe and stuff, and I'll talk to you in the next one.